The Kingdom of England and the Tower of London are said to be doomed if 6 ravens who live there ever leave. The tower is currently inhabited by 9 ravens. In 1553, the unsuccessful attempt to prevent the accession of the Catholic Mary Tudor, Lady Jane Grey, was queen for just 9 days. She arrived at the Tower of London to prepare for her coronation, but returned within 2 weeks as a prisoner of her Catholic cousin. Mary I, who claimed the throne as her rightful property, had initial reluctance to punish Lady Jane. However, she proved to be too much of a threat, as the target of Protestant conspirators were intent on replacing Mary. On February 12, 1554, Jane was put to death on the Tower Green, which is within the tower's grounds. It's believed that not long after the execution of Lady Jane Grey, ravens were seen to be pecking the eyes of the deceased queen. King Charles II, who reigned from 1660 until 1685, was warned by what some believe was an advisor, a prophet, or a witch that the monarchy would be overthrown if the ravens ever left the Tower of London. As a result, the king ordered that the ravens be kept at the fortress and castle at all times in order to avoid disaster. The story has persisted through the centuries. Another source claims that King Charles's friend and royal astronomer, John Flamsteed, who was using the tower as an observatory, complained to King Charles about the ravens flying past his telescope and obscuring his view. The king refused to remove the ravens because he feared it would be a bad omen to kill or expel the birds. Another legend connects the appearance of the ravens in the Tower of London to the Great Fire of London in 1666. Wild ravens, along with pigs and kites, were the most ferocious scavengers in medieval London. Survivors allegedly began persecuting ravens for scavenging after the fire. But Flamsteed explained to Charles II that killing all the ravens would also be a bad omen, and the kingdom would not outlive the last killed raven. Charles II then directed that 6 birds be kept in the tower. It's generally accepted among historians today that the introduction of the ravens to the tower, along with all the legends that have been associated with them, only date back to the 1800s and was actually a form of Victorian folklore. As the guardians of the tower, the ravens have kept an eye out for intruders within the fortified perimeter. Winston Churchill actually ordered that the number of ravens be increased to at least 6 at all times during the Second World War. They served as bomb and plane spotters in the Blitz during World War II. Today, if you visit the tower grounds during daytime access, you'll notice the ravens frequently patrol their 4 distinct territories within its walls. A designated raven master, who is a chosen yeoman warder, is in charge of the care of the ravens that reside at the tower. In order to keep the ravens contained within the confines of the tower, their wings have been clipped. The fortunate birds that live in the tower also lead pretty luxurious lives. They reside in a royal palace. They're attended to by servants, and they are pursued by the public and viewed by them every day, just like members of the royal family. Cheese and fresh fruit make up the majority of their diet. If you're lucky, you'll get a chance to see the ravens eat, but be aware that they can bite if they feel their territory is being threatened. So be careful. Ravens are intelligent birds with distinct personalities. They can imitate sounds, engage in games. They could even solve problems. The current ravens in the tower are named Jubilee, Harris, Grip, Rocky, Erin, Poppy, Georgie, Edgar, and Bronwyn. It's important to note that no one should approach these magnificent birds, and that they only respond to the Raven Master. These are interesting things with JC.